Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited for today's video because I'm going to take you along to the gym with me. We're going to hit an upper body day. We're going to do specifically a push workout. I don't think I've filmed a push workout in a long time for you guys. I think I've done a pull and I've definitely done a lot of legs, so I thought it'd be fun to take you through a full mic'd up push workout. I'm super big on just making sure that you are setting yourself up for a really good gym session. Everything starts before the gym. I know a lot of you guys rely on pre-workout to give you that extra oomph to go to the gym. However, as someone who has not taken pre-workout in probably the last over a year, like I don't even own pre-workout anymore because I just don't need it. Once I figured out how to time my meals and my snacks to my workouts, I've just not needed to take that. I will drink coffee first thing in the morning, but right now it is 2:15, so the coffee has definitely worn out. What I recommend is you want to make sure you're having some form of food around 60 to 90 minutes before your workout. The reason being is because it takes about 60 to 90 minutes to digest your food. You do not want to be eating a big meal right before your workout, because what often happens is when you're actually working out, you're going to be super tired because all of your energy is going towards digestion, not actually towards giving you the energy to actually push through your workout. So I find the sweet spot is just having a meal about 60 to 90 minutes before the gym. If I'm hitting like a late afternoon / like evening workout, it'll either be right before dinner or like an hour after dinner. That way, again, I'm not hitting a workout right after I've eaten. Or if it's between meals, then I will have a snack before my workout. Right now, I feel really good. I actually have so much energy to go to the gym. I'm excited to hit the gym, excited to take you guys along. So let's go. I'm gonna go to my apartment gym just because I do have a meeting in a few hours and I just don't wanna be late for that. And everything that I need to do today, I can do in my home gym. So I'm like, why not just go to that one? I pack my water and let's go. Okay, let's go. Where's my phone? The weather is so nice. So I started off with doing all of my dynamic stretches. With any kind of strength training, you want to start off with doing a bit of a warm-up. So I did about 5 to 10 minutes of walking. That's my favorite way, just incline walking. It's low intensity, you're not getting too tired from it, but you're definitely starting to break up a sweat. And then I use my band to do a little bit of just an upper body warm-up. I will always do about 5 to 10 minutes. I don't like to do too long of it because I'm also not trying to spend so much time in the gym. And then the very first exercise is bench press. Because the bench press is being taken right now, I'm going to start off with doing seated shoulder press, which is my other compound exercise. I like to do about 4 sets of my compounds, which are always going to be done at the start of my workout. I don't like to superset these because I do want to go heavier with them, and obviously you don't want to tire yourself out by doing them later. And then I'll slowly move into my isolation / supersets as I progress through the workout. And I'm going to just start with the shoulder press today since the bench is taken, and then I'll do that after. The one thing that I see a lot of people doing is they are counting their warm-up sets, or they're not even doing warm-up sets. So with your compounds, especially because you're going to probably go a little bit heavier with these ones, you want to make sure that you're doing at least 1 to 2 warm-up sets before moving into your working set. So when I say I'm doing 4 sets, I'm referring to doing 4 working sets, and then with something like bench press or shoulder press, I'll do about 1 to 2 warm-up sets. Because I know the weights that I'm probably going to be lifting with my shoulder press, I usually keep it around the same. I'm only going to do 1 warm-up set and then move into my working. So as the name suggests, with your warm-up set, you're not trying to go too heavy and tire yourself out. So it's important that you pick a weight that is going to warm yourself up, but also not heavy enough or too heavy where you're going to be tired from it. For seated shoulder press, I actually like to have my bench at about a 60-degree angle. I don't like having it at a 90-degree angle. I just find that I don't actually get good activation, and I feel like I'm just lifting a lot with my lower back. And I'm gonna use my knees to prop the weight up to my shoulders. Exhale. Drive the weight all the way up. From here, elbows stay tucked by your side. Inhale, exhale. Don't have your elbows out here. Okay, we want to keep those elbows tucked in. And we're gonna go for like 8 to 10. and 8. And bring it down. That's going to be my warm-up set. I'm gonna go heavier and do 4 sets. In terms of how long your rest time should be, it's really kind of like personal preference. I feel like there's not like a sweet spot for how long you should rest. I find that for me, a 60 to 90 second rest is perfect. It's enough time where I feel like my body is a little bit recovered, but also not too long where I've just kind of fallen out of that momentum and flow, and you almost feel like you've gotten cold and you're just like kind of building that mindset back up. But because that was my warm-up set, I'm just gonna go straight into my working set. I think I rested about like 60 seconds. Use your knees to get it up. That's not one, this is one. 8, I'm gonna go for 2 more. 10. Oh. I record all of my reps here. What's really cool about the app is there is an option to substitute. So for example, I was supposed to do shoulder press with the barbell, but because that was taken, I am doing dumbbell shoulder press. I'm just gonna customize. And then I did 8 at 25. You can see on the right-hand side, it tells you what weight I did before. Anytime that I do go heavier, I'm always gonna tell myself to drop the number of reps. So if I just struggle through 10 reps of 30s, there's no way that I'm gonna be doing 10 reps at the 35, especially because I felt like I was working pretty close to failure. So as I bring up the 35s, I'm gonna just try to aim for 5 to 6 reps. That's all. Now, the next time I come to the gym, my goal is going to be to use this 35s and try to get it up to a working set of like 8 to 10 reps. Right now, I'm just trying to get comfortable with the weight of the 35s, even if that means I'm only gonna do like 5 or 6, which I'm happy about. I'm gonna finish it off and do 2 sets here with the 35s, aiming for about 5 to 6 reps, and I'll put that into my app as well. It's gonna be freaking hard. Oh my gosh, okay. Always tell yourself the dumbbell is light. It's light, it's not heavy. Okay. 1, 2. 6. Oh. Okay, not terrible. That wasn't bad. It was actually better than I thought. I'm gonna rest and do my one last set, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. I'm gonna just quickly ask how many sets he has left of the bench, and if he has more than a few sets, I'm gonna do dumbbell chest press. Otherwise, we'll do barbell bench press. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think he still has a few more sets left using the barbell, so I'm gonna just do dumbbell chest press. This workout is gonna end up just being a very apartment gym friendly, where we're just gonna be using dumbbells and cables, which is honestly, I'm not mad about it. Because I just did a shoulder press, honestly, I'm not gonna be able to go as heavy because chest and shoulders are they work very hand in hand, which is why a push day is chest, shoulders, and triceps. So we'll see how heavy I can go. So with this one, you're gonna start with the dumbbells on your lap. You're gonna roll back, bring the dumbbells all the way straight up. And then from here, you're gonna inhale as you lower the weight, exhale as you push up. Oh. Imagine I'm lying back. We actually don't want the elbows to be too high here as well. We want to keep those elbows tucked. That way we're not using so much of our shoulders and our traps, and we can get our pec and our chest muscles engaged. Instead of having your elbows out here, try to keep your elbows tucked a little bit by your side. Notice the difference? That way we can really start to move the dumbbell in more of a plane that is above your chest rather than having your elbows flared out too much. Bringing the dumbbells up, feet are flat on the ground. Inhale. We're gonna stay here and do a superset. We are gonna do incline chest press and superset it with around the world. So with incline chest press, I like to have mine at about like a 45-degree angle. So this is going to be literally a hybrid and in between a chest press and a shoulder press. And as you can imagine, because you are in a hybrid between the two, you're going to be using a lot of your front shoulders and also your chest. So kind of like that whole frontal area here. So it is going to be pretty challenging after having done shoulder press and having done chest press, but I'm gonna go nice and light. We're gonna go for like a bit of a higher rep range. So we're gonna go for 12 reps. So nice and slow, focusing on mind to muscle and not so much on like going super heavy. I'm gonna grab the 15s and we're gonna do 3 sets. Oh my gosh, I can't even bring it up of the superset. So it is harder than a regular chest press, so you're not going to be able to go as heavy because not only are you pushing down, but because you're at an incline, there's a lot of downward force as well. The dumbbell is going to want to slowly move forward due to gravity, and so this is where it incorporates a little bit of that shoulder to keep it stabilized in the position. Go all the way down. Don't cheat your reps. 10, 11. And then we're gonna superset this with shoulder around the worlds. Standing in an athletic stance, feet are shoulder apart, knees are slightly bent, and we're gonna do them around the worlds. We're gonna go for 10. So inhale. Keep that core tucked so we're not arching our back. We're keeping that core engaged. And that's 10. We are back. My camera died. The next superset that we're going to be working through is some cable. We're going to do cable kneeling face pull. So this is now really targeting the rear delts, which is the back of your shoulders and a little bit of your upper back. And then we're going to superset that with cable tricep extension. So again, this is obviously hitting our triceps, which is part of our push day. I like to perform my face pulls kneeling just so that I have a little bit more stability with my legs on the ground and I can push a little bit heavier weight. With this one, think about bringing the cables to your ear and to the top of your shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. You bring it back forward. Exhale. Squeeze. Elbows stay nice and high. And then bring it forward. We're going to go for about 10 to 12. Squeeze. Always make sure you are exhaling when you're doing the work. So you're pulling and then slow on the eccentric. And then with the superset, you're basically not resting in between. So you're not going to take a rest, you're going to lower the weight and you're going to go straight into cable tricep extensions. When you're doing this, make sure that your elbows are staying by your side. We don't want the elbows to be coming off our side when performing it. It'll look something like this. Elbows stay by your side, exhale, pull. Notice how my hands break outwards as I pull down. Elbows stay by our side. We're going for 12. We're keeping that core nice and tucked. Keep your core tucked in. 11 and 12. And you should be feeling this all up in your triceps. Okay, we're gonna finish this off with lateral raises. I'm gonna do a drop set. Usually I do 3 drop sets, which means that you are starting heavier and then you are dropping the weights as you work through. So I like to do usually 8, 8, 8. So I do 8 at 15, 8 at 12, 8 at 5-ish or 8 depending on what the weight has, and that's 1 set, and you're going to do 2 of those. So it's really just like a burnout set to really just get your shoulders basically crying. But because we're limited here, I'm going to just do 10 at the 10 and then drop to the 5s and do 10 there, and that's going to be my first set. I'm going to do that twice. Okay, just give me a quick lesson on how to do that lateral raise. One thing I see a lot is the hands coming above your elbow. So I see a lot of people kind of going like this. What we want to be doing is we want to isolate your lateral shoulder, right? So we have 3 heads of the shoulders. We have your front, lateral raise, and your rear delts. Really what you want to do is driving up with your elbows and almost like pouring teacups. So drive up with your elbows and your pinky. Exhale, drop your traps so that you're not engaging your neck. And then pull up, and elbows are really what's guiding our movement here. So we're going to do 1 last set here, starting with the 10s. We're going 10 reps and then drop into the 5s. So notice I'm exhaling, dropping your shoulder down and up with the elbows and the pinky too. We're in that nice athletic stance, so feet are shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knee, core is nice and engaged, so we're not swinging. 10, 9, 10. That basically concludes the actual workout itself. That took me about a little over an hour, I would say. But we're gonna head to the studio and do a little bit of static stretching just to make sure that we are stretching everything out, because at this point your arm should feel pretty limp and we definitely don't want to be struggling with DOMs for the next few days. So we want to make sure we're stretching, so let's go to the studio. I just got back from the gym, so I'm going to show you how I make my pre-workout shake. I'm going to just make a protein smoothie. It's either been this that I've been absolutely obsessed with. It is the Oikos Pro 24 grams of protein in the strawberry banana flavor. So good, so easy to get 24 grams of protein, but I don't want to have it every single day. So I'm going to make a protein shake instead, and let me show you how I make it. Let's start by adding in some ice. Because it's already frozen fruit, I'm not going to add too much of the ice. I'm going to add in a scoop of the whey protein. And I add in a scoop of protein yogurt. And for liquid, I just do half Fairlife milk. And then the remainder water. So refreshing. Such a big cup, but delicious. That basically concludes my push day vlog. Hopefully that was informative. Hopefully you got a few ideas and some feedback around your form, how to structure your workouts, and also how to go heavier. I think that's a big one. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you guys press the subscribe button so that you don't miss another video from me. I will see you guys next week for another video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for staying till the end. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.